I didn't even know what you were going to pull out. Hello, welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack Tuxbury. He is
Mike Patrick.
That is Tay Tay.
Yo, yo.
And in this video, we're doing exactly that. Mike, you came in and did a killing video. If you haven't already seen it, go check it out. The links are below, where you played the montage, and a lot of people are like, whoa, what happened?
I was so overwhelmed with the response. I did not expect that response at all.
I did, but that's all right. Right. We're waiting for a sub. We've already got one video fitted in. We're going to get 2 videos fitted in. And I'm just going to have a little kind of jam through these questions and see if we can get any information out of you.
Yeah, go.
Right, let's do it. Let's air high five. Okay. Stu LeBeau, 3 weeks ago. Thanks, Stu. Thanks for watching, mate, and everyone who watched the video. Would love to have Mike do a tutorial on how he is bringing the strings in with the expression pedal at 552. I didn't see the super knob moving, and I'm still learning the basics on my Mod X.
Awesome. Okay, so what I'm actually doing, first of all, FC7 pedal, expression pedal, is plugged into foot controller 1. And then the CC number is 11. So in simple terms, I'm going to do it right now.
Do it.
I've got a performance. Yep. I press category. No, I don't press category. I press edit. And then I make sure the part that I want is selected. I then go to part 1, for argument's sake. And then I press at the side mod control. And then that takes me to another parameter. After that parameter, I click on receive switch. Receive switch, in simple terms, is just turning each, like the modulation wheel faders on or off. So if part 1 is piano and part 2 is strings, I basically have to turn the expression pedal off on part 1 so that when I play the piano, the expression pedal doesn't respond. So I'm in part 1. I go to expression and basically turn it off. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's just about going to the receive switch screen and telling each part whether you want it to be affected by the expression pedal or not. So to summarize, I've got piano and strings. The piano is not responding to the expression pedal, but the strings are.
That's it, yeah.
That's
So Stu, whatever you want to move with your foot, it's good to think of the things that you don't want to move.
Yeah,
and turn those off.
I can just turn those off, and then naturally everything will be on unless you turn it off. So.
Nice one, Mike. I found another one here. Loop Man. 1 month ago. It's been a month already. Jesus.
It's been a while.
Hello, what a wonderful, fantastic sound. I agree. That performance called Piano and Strings Plus. I love it. Would it be possible to buy it from your shop? I want it. So beautiful. Let me know. Let me know. Thanks. Now, can they get that patch?
They can. I've mentioned before that I've started a Patreon account, so you can pledge up to like £1, whatever you want, and once you pledge, you can actually get a bunch of my sounds.
Where do they find that?
Link in my Instagram. My Instagram is @PoliteMike. @PoliteMike.
Yeah, that's how polite he is. He doesn't even want to say where you can buy it. But thanks, Luke, man. I appreciate it.
Boom.
Poul Larson. Powell Larson? Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. 2 weeks ago, you said, at 022, I've heard this melody somewhere. What is the name of it? Now I'm going to go to it.
022.
Here we go. This is 022, okay?
Okay.
Now, Pal, I'm gonna ask the same. I'm guessing from the look in Mike's face. Were you actually just coming up with that?
Honestly, I was. It was just. It was just part. Like, it was just my melody. So. Something like, it's just melodies.
Pal, I got you, brother. I'm going to ask the questions for you because you're not here. I'm thinking, you got that melody?
Yes.
That's one of my favourite parts in it because it's just that's the bit I think everyone's realising, oh shit, this is going down. This is really happening. I'm really getting married. You're going up. So you got that melody. How are you supporting the melody underneath? To me, it sounds like sixths or something. Is that?
So, I mean, I'm not sure, but the key in the way I'm thinking of it is I'm playing melody in my right, and what makes it interesting is the bass notes I use in my left. So I'm actually, my right's going up and my left is going down. So it's. It's just all about how you play your melody. So if I play. My left hand will, depending on what chords I choose, so. Just how you put your colours in. It's just, yeah, what comes up in.
That was actually, you broke that down, but there's a, when you thicken up on your right hand, are you thinking like, I'm in the key of, and then I've got this interval and I'm keeping the major scale intervals?
Yeah. So there, I was probably playing minor. So it's just, I'm playing minor scale in my right.
But you were like, sorry, but I think you're playing another note in your right hand when you're doing that.
Oh, do you mean in my left?
No, let's have, okay.
Ah, right.
So it's harmonised.
So I'm playing intervals. It just kind of harmonises the melody.
And in case... same for me. You're harmonising, so you're choosing another note. But how are you thinking of that? Are you thinking of like, I'm in this scale? Like you said, you're thinking minor at that point.
Yeah,
or
I am.
Do you just? Is it a muscle memory thing?
I'm thinking I'm in the minor, but I'm actually in my head playing the chords. So I'm playing. But I'm taking I think the third out. So it's just on top of that, I've just learned inversions. So I'm once you learn your inversions, I can play the melody, but with the right inversions, if that makes sense at all. So I'm just going. Yeah. Sorry, I'm so bad.
No. I'm sure that I've figured out something that's interesting to think of it as the chords, because weirdly I separate them all into different things. So I'm like, I've got.
Right.
Like to me, I'd be thinking in sixth intervals.
Oh, right, okay.
And I see it as like, here's my scale.
Yeah.
That I'm in, and then I kind of, when I was younger, I used to practice those intervals.
Yeah.
But then I fall apart, and you're so melodic because. You're playing a melody, you're thinking about the melody, but you're right to reinforce the chord underneath it.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, the inversions, because weirdly, they kind of flip-flop between two things, don't they?
It's true. And I deliberately don't play the chord because sometimes it just doesn't, it's a bit too much. So.
And in the left, what are you going there? You think?
So I'm literally playing octaves. Well, there I was. Yeah, the intervals just have a
Wicked,
nice...
man.
Yeah.
And if you want more information, Polite Mike on Instagram. Check out the Patreon. Okay, one more. Tay-Tay, Eagle-Eyed Tay-Tay, not Eagle-Eyed Cherry. What's the question?
From Ricky Person.
Sorry, Ricky. That might be your name. It's a cool name.
Will your patch work on the Mod X8?
Yes. Simple question, simple answer, yes. Anything that I do on the montage will work on the Mod X, all versions. So yeah.
Props to Yamaha. That's kind of a cool thing about that.
That's
nice
handy.
One. Nice one. And thanks for the question. Right, Subway's around the corner, lads. So we've only got time for one more question. But keep them coming. Mike, I'm sure, will be regularly on the channel because I'm going to bully him into doing it. Right. Wow. You weren't lying, Tay-Tay. That is an unpronounceable... I don't even know what those characters are. But thank you very much. He's a drummer. Anyway, I think this hits a lot to what people, when you see something that's that moving and beautiful, you're thinking like, where do I start? Where do I go listening? Anyway, nice chap a week ago said, can anybody tell me the subgenres of classical / soundtrack of the opening playing? So I think what he's alluding to is, we've just found out you've improvised that, which is disheartening. Right, but to improvise, you've got to at least hear it. So, who would you if people like that, what would you say go listen to?
You know what's funny? I listened to a lot of film music. Big, as you heard, I played a few like little snippets. Listen to a lot of film music. Well, I listen to a lot of film music, and I learned a lot of chords from that. Classical as well. I did classical in uni for 1 year. So he is right. But for that kind of sound, I love film music.
Can I push you for 3 things that our viewers could maybe go type into Spotify?
This one's an obvious one. Hans Zimmer, because he's
A
just
tune in particular? Anything?
no. Listen, I listen to what I do is I try and find a piece that I genuinely love. So I wrote in Hans Zimmer and just found the one that moved me the most. So
It's a great idea.
Yeah,
Hans Zimmer,
Hans Zimmer, John Williams, have to.
OG.
And I'd leave the third one to just off Spotify, just find something that you love, because everyone's different.
Go off the old recommended.
Yeah,
Well,
you can't
He's
hate
a
on
sweetheart. That's what I'm saying. Thanks so much for hanging about. I hope this was of some use. I know we only got through a few, but maybe put some more questions in there. Mike's got a comment pinned to the top where you're keeping an eye out for comments on there. So
Yeah.
go check out that video again. And Subway's around the corner, guys. It's exciting. But could you play us out, please, Michael?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.